Hi, Lois. Hi, Forrest. Continuing I have to redo the Don Bowker one that I did the other night because I got suspended, and that means I couldn't download it. So I got to finish that up real quick because the rest of the week I have other stuff to do. Um, and I want to make sure that I get this part two downloaded and up on YouTube. So this is only going to be a couple hours tonight. So I thought I saw a bee jump in here. See, now she's not there again. Yeah, so let's not get suspended. Okay. There you are.
I am here.
Okay, so where I left off, after the first one, it was, let's see, where Sway is the sexy one, where then Gremlin is kind of the sexy one too, but, he's answering Sway. Dawn is yelling at him because she says that he's talking to these other women, and he keeps reassuring her that he's not. Um, she's bringing up by proxy, she's saying all the other women are working against him, including his dad. She's trying to get him to suspect his dad, and she's at this point in these emails, she's against Natasha. She says Natasha's no good, and she's kind of pushing by proxy on him. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so and then she introduces Gremlin and Sway, and he keeps asking her to introduce him to her other personalities that she claims she has, but she's not doing it. Just Sway and Gremlin or whatever. And so he writes back as Tarian to Sway, and then I think he's kind of working her. I think he's getting suspicious because he asks Sway, to like introduce, tell him his other personalities or whatever, and they can't do it. None of them can do it. So I think he's getting suspicious at this point. So here is when he starts yelling at her, and these are when Gypsy posted these, or anytime anybody would post these online, they would just post these angry ones from Nick. They wouldn't post any of the ones where he was being nice or calling her sweetie or beautiful, or any of the one, none of Dawn's. We've never ever seen Dawn's side of this where she's telling him she has alternates and yelling at him and all of that. So here is on 6/12/2019. Okay. Hi, Louise. We're redoing the second part of the Dawn Bowker because I got suspended and I couldn't download it. So I got to do this real quick, and then we can have open chat, or I'll cut this live so that I can make sure, and then I can come back for open chat. So this is Dawn. Do you really want to go another round with me? Last time you pissed me off. You thought I left, even though you know I wouldn't. But it seems like it's the only way I can get through to you is when I snap, and I hate yelling. So if you want to piss off this innate master, so be it. And then this is all capitals. I don't give me this BS about others trying to separate us, because we both know they won't be able to. So you effing wanted to meet Nikolai. That was an effing mistake because now he is effing out. So you stupid effing B, I have come out to make it clear, effing clear, that I'm not effing around anywhere. Neither is the effing benevolent side of Nick or anyone else who is within Nick. So effing either get it in your effing head that we aren't going anywhere, or so help you from God, if I get my hands on you, you'll too respect me. You better get that B, because you had to bring out Nick's worst side of him. Nikolai has not an effing problem with making an example out of you for not respecting me. You understand, because I will become your hell if you don't respect me. I've had it with Nick letting you run all over him, which is running all over me. I won't effing tolerate that one effing bit, you stupid W. I would waste all 6,000 characters on you going off the whole effing time, but instead I'll reserve my energy for the next time I'm have to put you in your effing place. Oh, and by the effing way, now Nick is going to have fun trying to keep me from schmilling someone else because of your dumb A having to bring me out and be effing released. Ta-ta. Until next time, you effing stupid WB. Nikolai. Now, I don't believe Nick wrote that. I just don't. I think somebody wrote that and posted that in his name. It does come as the prison email thing, but I don't think that the prison would have let that out. So then there's Dawn. This is 612. Dawn, I already regret you meeting Nikolai because you had to meet him when he directed the rage towards you of all people. I was trying to avoid that, and you just kept pushing me higher into anger. Then I had to snap, which brought him out. I'm sorry you had to experience him that way. And the sad thing is he really meant all he said. Han, please let's just try to get along, because if we continue to argue, it's only going to teach us more like what we are while that polarization is there. I'm trying to get along with you while learning more about you, but it's like you enjoy arguing when I don't. I'm not smiling or frowning right now because I'm having trouble understanding why you like to argue so much. All I can say is, for a woman who says she loves me so much, you wish to argue too much. That's a turnoff for me. I guess when we talk civilly is only a time to be seen. Sighs. I was able to suppress Nikolai back in me, but it wasn't easy. This sucks. I'll talk to you later, either in the next email, so when I get myself back in my optimistic mood. Normally, I'm in. Good night, sweetheart. Until then, truly, Nicholas Godejohn. But he doesn't use the forevermore that he usually uses. P.S. I'm not feeling smiley right now, since I am not. Sorry, but I'm not adding my nickname to my name like I normally do. He just signed his name. All right. Nick to Dawn, 614. Hi, my love. Yes, it's Mr. Smiley or Nick. Yes, I've been telling the truth. I actually am gifted. I realize, though, as my dominant personality and little Nick both brought to my attention, as I realize it to be true, I'm thankful that they brought it to my attention. Hun, the more we argue about irrelevant things like what others outside us think, or outside our family or personalities think, the more we're being polarized based on irrelevant things. It don't sound important to me what others think outside of our family right now. Actually, I don't want to see little Nick sad anymore either, and us arguing is doing it. I guess I'll meet your other personalities when they decide to introduce themselves. I'm only aware of two by formal introduction, you and Sway. Yet I know this is not more of them inside of you. I hope one day, hun. I know all of you, officially meaning all of you, has introduced yourself to me. Love you too, hun. Maybe one day we'll actually get to see how well we can express this love in person. Until then, please stay safe. Forevermore yours, that's back, Nicholas, Mr. Smiley Godejohn. P.S. I know you still got to meet the rest of my personality still, but I still fear one of them being disrespectful to you in a sexual sense. I guess I'll hope you can handle Tarian if he is ever to surface. He is a sexual force to look out for. If you don't, I fear what he'll do to you, especially in a non-consensual sense. You've heard of female nymphomaniacs. Well, he's a male form of that. He truly can't be satiated sexually. I fear he'll either overwhelm you or he'll terrorize you sexually. I have to tell you this, for we agreed on transparency, and he always scares everyone away. To him, sexuality has no end. Well, that's mainly true. unless either Nikolai or Ace, my wild card part of me, stops him. Otherwise, you'll feel like his victim the entire time. Until then, I've tried to suppress him in the past. He's too strong for me. That's why it's always Nikolai or Ace who stop him. Unless you would tire him out to the point of collapsing, it's really the only other way he'll stop. I told you all of this because I care about you too much and wanted you to at least have a chance to be ready for him if you meet him in person, which is highly likely you will. Okay, hon? I'm going to end this email now. Love you, and please try not to miss me too much. Now, this man's in prison. He's not going to meet anyone in real life, okay? So she has no fear of meeting his personalities and them doing anything to her. 616. Hi, hon. I have a question for you. You don't need to get defensive. I'm just asking out of curiosity. Hun, are you working with by proxy? You know I expect transparency from you, so whatever your answer is, believing you're not going to lie to me, I'll believe it to be true. But in all honesty, I'm just curious. Just asking the question innocently is all. As for you showing me the others inside of you, I figured you would have did this by now, but it's okay. Hon, I'm patient for you to get them to introduce themselves, since I do like us being a family idea. All right, hon, I guess I'll wait until the others in you introduce themselves, and we'll go from there. I'm hoping you're having a good weekend, and when you're in a better position to answer calls, I'll do so. Since I understand emailing is cheaper, this is why I resorted to emails to save you money. Hope to hear from you soon, my dear. Forevermore yours, Nicholas, Mr. Smiley Godejohn. Here. Now then he writes to Alexia. Okay, this is the daughter. And he's, thank you for being such a dear daughter, to wish me happy Father's Day. I'm happy you and Elise accept me as your first and only real dad from afar as you both consider me to be. I know you never really had a real father, or neither has your sister. Now, how does he know that? How does he know anything about these girls' life at all? They've known each other 3 months. All right. And if I realize that, hon, think about this, because I know you're a smart young lady. If you weren't, you wouldn't be doing what I am. Yes, hon, you, your mom, and Elsie have always had me from the beginning, but you need to understand, as I know you're capable of doing so, you get your smarts from your mom, and this is why me, your mom, you, and Elsie are already a family. You may think these people are tearing up our family, but you know that they're really not, because they're really making the family stronger, hon. Like I said, your mom, you and Elsie always had a man who is staying from the start, so there is no worries about being gone. I do indeed love your sister, love you and your mom greatly, and they can try to break us up all they want, but they'll fail every time. What I'm doing is watching from the shadows, like I know your mom does, and you do. I'm doing the same. Why, honey? The reason I'm doing it is to see who's real and who isn't, who cares about me getting out and who don't. I know my family, your mom, you, and Elsie, care that we're united once and for all, but I need to see if these other people are just talk and don't get everything done like they should be. No matter what, remember this. In the end, your mom, you, Elsie, and me have no matter what in the end. That's a promise your dad plans on keeping. Also remember and make sure the rest of the family remembers this too. As that old cliche goes, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. All of you always remember this, to think of others' words and how they have no effect to us. If we worry about what others think outside of our family, then we're to blame for caring rather than caring for only what our family sends, which is truly what should matter. We all know this, so only care what I, your mom, you, and Elsie has to say, because it shows we're an unbreakable family. I only care what your mom, you, and Elsie has to say, and that is how we should all see it. See how he's repetitive? He's literal. He's repeating this in his own head. Thank you for the Father's Day wishes. I love you all. Always remember this, and if you ever need to talk to me, your dad, tell your mom that I said it's okay, so you can't get in trouble, and I'll always be here for you. Email away. Love you, Alexia. Have a positive day, honey. Your dad, Nicholas, Mr. Smiley Godejohn. P.S. Yes, I signed my name as your dad. I also accept you and Elsie as my daughters forevermore. Okay, 618. Hi, dear. Yes, it's me, Nick, a.k.a. Mr. Smiley. I'm glad to have gotten your email. However, you didn't deny it or acknowledge it, so this leads me to believe you are or aren't, hon. You know I'm extremely intuitive, so if I'm sensing this in the pattern of your energy, you may want to either want to decline it or to be true or acknowledge it to be true. Otherwise, I'll just take the shortcut and read it from the energy of your words, as you know I can do. You know I don't support by proxy, and until you declare something to be true, rather than trying to weave around it, I'll get the truth out eventually. You know, this is if you truly know me, because I always get it out in the end. So even though you know I'm here for permanency, you'd be wise to not talk to any of my enemies. I don't, hun. You shouldn't either. So you say you're loyal to a fault, hun? If this is true, then the answer to my question should be an obvious no. But only you can voice that truth, dear. I suppose I should let Tarian speak to Gremlin, since one said hi to the other. Hello, I had to laugh when I saw your words. If only you had a clue of the scenarios that play in my head, you would be screaming for sure right now. You SLUTTY in heat like a kitty bee. As for Sway, LOL, which one does Daddy's little SLUTTYW want to BLEED first, her A or her P? Because after I'm done with you this first time, you'll be a virgin turned into an SLUTTY kitty used for my amusement. See you SLUTS later. Torian. Yep, always a sexual demon. He never ceases to surprise me with what sexual things that come out of his mouth. So it's fair to say he's the root of evil, sin of sexual dominance in all ways possible. Just fair warning. I should say he'll target anyone in you if we aren't careful, so keep that in mind. Han, I hope you put that question to rest, then we can get back on track. Since that question is stuck in my mind, all right, Han, I'm going to have to introduce all of my personalities to you at some point. If Victor ever comes back too, well, I have a positive day, sweetie. Forever more yours, Nicholas, Mr. Smiley, Godejohn. So, then there's another one where he's saying, stop worrying, about basically it's about these other women. Here, then he says, Dawn, I feel my intuition is right again. So you weave the question initially, which means hiding something. If you're going to work with any of my enemies, then I can't talk to you or even be with you because you don't have my best interests at heart. And you taking this long to answer only reinforces what I'm saying, just that much more. I may have let you see my demons thinking you can handle them, but it's obvious you can't because you having DID just means you are like a snake and don't really know how to connect with people on a true level. You're just using me like Gypsy did. Well, at least I caught it in time before you experienced all my demons. Like it's obvious, you even have Alexia lying for you. Sorry, I want to have an honest life with someone who truly understands me and isn't using me. Where's that go? Hold on a second. These are really hard to read. Isn't using me like it's obvious you are. Weaving around that question is how I knew you were up to no good, so basically you can't be trusted, is all this has taught me. Only a true soulmate not only don't work with the enemy, but also sticks by my side even if hell freezes over. This is sad, but it is what it is. You don't want me outside. You don't want me outside. You don't even want to really be with me. How do I know? I ask you deep thinking questions and you can't handle them even one. You speak of having to do with loyalty. I'm sorry, but loyalty isn't working with my enemies. And loyalty, don't try to get me in trouble on purpose like I remember hearing that you were trying to do at one point. Now I'm sure you're still trying to do it. If you truly love me, you know I'm right about all those things you're not supposed to be doing, but you are anyways. My intuition is on fire this time, and I know I'm right. Damn, I already know the more I talk to you, the more information you'll feed by proxy, so I'm finished talking to you. I don't deserve to be used. I deserve to have true love and true love only, but you all fail to do this. Goodbye, Dawn. Nicholas G. You see how he doesn't do the forevermore and doesn't do his full name. Okay? Now, then he writes one to Lola and Dawn on 6/20, basically about communication breaking down and, you know, addressing this way in the gremlin. Says, Dawn, I thought we could we could see past my blindness, but apparently you don't want to. If that is what you instead of bonding together like we should be, okay, I accept it. Why? I talked to Kim on the phone. She told me exactly what I needed to know about you. It's public knowledge that you are working with by proxy, but whatever, if you don't love me, then I can't change that, even though I allowed you to see my imperfections. Farewell, Dawn, unless you decide to work this out. See, he knows or suspects she's working with Fancy, but still, do you want to work this out? Let me leave a door open. Solemnly, Nicholas, Mr. Smiley Godejohn. P.S. You claim that I talked bad about you. It's funny because I never did. Well, I'm finding out you did break your promise because others know I love you now. See, I can't trust you. My intuition was right. So then there's that one from the daughter that's, writing on behalf of her mother. And then there's, here's Dawn. Dawn's response, 7-1. I cannot believe you apologized to Natasha. She just said in her live, you're never getting out. Do you know who agreed? Your father and the freedom fighters, Isaiah and Kim. Wow, they are using you as platform for bullying. That is what I am working on, to bring light to how these people will at all cost you someone like yourself for stardom and Facebook likes. It's crazy. I don't speak to Natasha or care to speak to any of them. Fake people. You obviously lied to me about being able to see the truth in people because you are totally allowing all of them to use you. She tried to contact all these news outlets, and they think she is batshit crazy, Nick. You changed so much. You say such vile things about Gypsy, someone you supposedly always will care about. But there we are, me trying to show you the truth. I am sorry even your dad tried to sell you out for $100,000, but instead of talking to you and telling you what they really offered your dad, a good lawyer, and if for any reason that you lost your appeal, they would have got you into a mental health institute, you could have got real help and been able to have more freedoms. Instead, you put your life in the hands of people that make fun of you and exploit you for money. I never lied about you to others. You need help. Anyone that can murder someone and then turn around and tell a woman that they love me, that Tarian will grape me, and Nikolai, if uncontrolled, will schmill again, needs professional help. Okay, when did Nikolai ever schmill? Because Nikolai never existed, so when did he ever schmill? Okay? All right. I stood by you because I loved you. You did this, not me. I took your rants and your mean emails and phone calls and allowed you to yell at me. All I said is to think before you do it next time, but you could not help yourself. Good luck, Nick, because at the end of the day, you are nothing more to them than Facebook likes and money. I'm moving on in my life as an advocate for real things that plague America, not some bullshit Facebook group, Dawn. Who's that sound like? That sounds exactly like Gypsy. Moving on as an advocate. Okay? All right. Now, these are the attachments. There's attachments where the alternates, Dawn's alternates, introduce them to him. I'm going to read these so that B can explain multiples and how this is not it. Okay. Nick, and these, by the way, are not an email. They're an attachment, so anybody could have written this and attached it to something. Nick, I wanted to introduce the rest of the ones I could get to come out and talk to you. This is difficult for them because I showed them to one person before and he abused them and almost got me put in a mental ward. Just wanted to say hey and I love you, Dawn. GM Nick, it's me, Sway. I know you have already met me, but would like to really introduce myself. I am very sexual and charismatic. I love to be flirtatious with my daddy. I also can be very sassy because I am such a brat. I misbehave sometimes and need a good spanking and put in my place. I have a very high appetite for schmecks. Just thinking about you makes my tight little pee so wet. I am 18 years old and ready to play Sway. Good morning, Divine Master, spelled Devine. Please excuse my behavior and not properly introducing myself. My name is Gremlin. I come out when Dawn is feeling subservient, complete loyalty, trust. I am strong enough to take my innate master's wrath so he can release his inner demons on me. I love it because I can love, and all I want to do is make the natural master happy like a good slave girl. I love to be graped and tied up. I have a very strong need to play with razors and knives. I also love them in the bedroom. I love when the divine master drags the BLAD across my white milky flesh. I love BLOOD. It excites me. Master, please train me. Use your discipline to bring forth my obedience and my submission that I offer willingly to you. Teach me all there is to know so that I may serve you in every way, for serving you as my master is what I live for. It is in every breath I take, every thought I have, and every dream I have ever dreamt. It is my destiny. The power is yours and yours alone, for you are my one and only, my master. I trust you with my heart and my life, for I know you would never ever hurt me. Please start this very union this very day as I kneel at your feet, so grateful to be where I am. Take me, train me, for I am now your faithful slave. Master, please break me. Take your rightful place as my master. Take your control. Use my emotion, my lust, and my desire to strengthen your hold over me, discipline me, and mold me into your perfect obedient slave. Teach me that the satisfaction of our love lies deep within the pain of my much-deserved punishments. My world is spinning fast around me as you take your control. I wish you could place a black leather collar around my neck. Master, break me, for I am now your obedient, innate slave, Gremlin. Okay. Hi, my name is Summer. I am very happy and shy little girl. I haven't had a daddy for a very long time. I like to play board games. I love to color. I like playing video games with Lexi and Elsie. Hee hee hee. I don't know what else to say. I hope we can play one day. I am 9, Summer. All right. Nick. Hi, my name is Lola. I am pretty much a recluse. Have bad anxiety and depression. I am always fighting every day to stay alive. I am very broken and hold all of our hurt and pain. When I first read this one, you know what flashed in my head is the movie Sybil and the older woman character that's, you know, that's very depressed, and that leapt immediately to my mind. Okay? I am very broken and hold all of our hurt and pain. I helped when Dawn was little. I am the one that would fight Dawn to take over so she didn't get raped first and had every single time. She was always protective of us. I got stronger though and began to come out more. I would like to tell you something. I will always tell you the truth. I just want you to know Dawn is not okay without you. I don't think we all are, to be honest. I am a godly woman who respects her significant other. I believe every woman should live as the Bible tells us. Obey your husband. Loyalty is everything. I can't wait to cook for you, clean for you. Have your shower ready when you get home. Food on the table, clothes ironed and placed perfectly away, just the way you like. I want to serve you, worship you. I want to be worthy of your love and light. I am the rational, quiet, obedient side. I will not allow Dawn to argue with you anymore. I'm working on taking more control because I think you will love me more because I am the one you talked to and when you said I was your twin flame. You're the divine one. I am very spiritual. My gift is to see unto others. I know, Nick, you have so much shit on your plate with those other women. I have your best interest at heart, so hopefully we can have that civil talk like you want. No more polarization. I'm very protective over you. Please note that I am loyal and won't go anywhere. Nick, God has chosen us to be against the world to prove to our Lord that we listened. I was blessed enough to hear the voice rolling through my ears from heaven that feeling you just knew it was mighty and filled with love and power. I know you know what I mean since you have spoken with him. It came to me and told me I am not to give up on us and to keep talking to you. And he is going to show you, Nick, I am yours. I am to worship the ground you walk on. And I mean this as I fall before your feet, just worshiping you and lifting your name up to the heavens. It's us against the world, hun. Lola. Hey, Nick, it's Dawn. That's all about I can coax out right now. Maybe once they see you interacting with them, they will come out. I hope you're doing is okay, babe. Well, I am going to my sweet, sweet, sexy love nugget, forevermore, Dawn. Okay. Now, then there's this final message. Well, Nick writes back to the alternates. But then there's this one from Dawn where it's all capital letters and she's angry. You are making you out to be an effing lunatic. That is so slow and don't know what's going on. And I know you like a book. You're none of those. You process slow. So what? That's barely on the spectrum. But no, they make you look like a nut job, and that is slow, not me. I showed you like no one else has the overly intelligent, sane person you are that committed schmurder for love. After getting to know the real you and know that Nikolai would love to schmill again if he gets out, or Torian wants to grape, I loved you enough to look past that and make Gypsy, and like Gypsy was going to allow you to do whatever you wanted to me, because I thought that was loyalty. What you said is the right way to treat a man, to be subservient. Well, who cares? Now I am done, Nick. You didn't drop me. I'm leaving you. You destroyed my heart, and you hurt my kids. Lexi is sick to think you called a little 17-year-old a liar. You're a narcissist, Nick. I can't believe I was okay with that. Like I said, you just lost the best effing thing that ever happened to you. Good luck finding anyone who will accept all of you like I did. Oh, I am so effing sorry for trying to get you the F out. It's so effing funny. By proxy was not your enemy. I should have never listened to Kim and all those mods and your dad who only wants money rather than give you a real lawyer and a real way out. They offered that, Nick. So excuse me. Excuse the F out of me if you couldn't see past all of the bull S, but I did so have a great life. Keep trusting a bunch of fangirls that all they care about is likes. LOL. You and everyone else had me all wrong. Bye. P.S. No real man would have allowed me to go through all that I did, from all your fake ass followers, death threats, bullying, trying to save your ass from dying in jail, and loving you like no one ever has. You think you're so much better than me? You did worse things than I ever did. You stole money and you schmilled someone. So, please, who is the real bad person here? Not me. You see? Now keep in mind, this was a 3 months thing, and she's telling him she's loved him more than anybody ever. Okay? Do you see how she was manipulating him? That's why we've never seen the Dawn side of that, because it would have been obvious from the get-go what they were doing. Okay? So, anybody want to come up and discuss these further? I might cut this live just so I can get it uploaded and I can come back and we can have like free discussion. I just want to make sure, because everybody's been asking about the Dawn side of those emails, and I want to make sure that I get it uploaded. Yeah, both Katie Cakes and Nick are the same, you know. But see, I understand Nick, because he's been sitting in prison. He didn't have the stuff in prison that Gypsy had. He didn't have money thrown at him and all these visitors and these people writing to him, all these people writing. He had women writing to him, and they were all trying to manipulate him, every single one of them. Every single one of these that were in Dawn's Facebook group by proxy, they were doing this to put Nick on, you know, on edge, off focus. Okay, so yeah, I think just real quick, I'll cut this. Stick around, because I'm going to come right back. I'm just going to cut the live so that I can upload it. And then when I come back, I'm going to discuss what I'm going to do this rest of this week, because I've got a lot of stuff that goes along with this. You know, with the emails. I've got the Twitter accounts and all that. I'll explain that when I come back. So stay where you're at. I'll be right back.